Have you ever scrolled through social media and watched a video or read a post and been put in a good mood or bad mood off of the material? What we expose our minds to has the same effect on us as the statement, "You are what you eat." Social media has revolutionized the way we are connected as a society and receive information. Some of these platforms are Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest. It is important to understand that the media we expose ourselves to will have a negative effect or a positive effect on our mental state. Now let's take a look at some examples of positive material, negative material, how it affects different age groups, and why we should filter more positive media into our lives. When using these social media platforms, we may find ourselves watching videos of puppies running around and playing, and even find resources such as support groups where you can get information on where to get help. We may also be able to stay in touch with our friends and family and be part of groups to prevent us from feeling alone. These examples can create positive reactions in our brains. These things allow our brains to produce dopamine and serotonin. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter and hormone that is associated with motivation and reward, while serotonin is a mood stabilizer that regulates mood, sleep, appetite, and digestion. If we focus on the media that makes us happy and use it in a positive way, this can reduce stress, improve sleeping habits, and reduce anxiety and depression. Now let's take a look at the negative effects of social media. When looking at the negative effects from social media, some of the same things that can contribute to positive mental states can also be negative. For example, if you have a negative family on social media who only complain and fight, you watch negative videos, observe people who seem to have the perfect life to where you compare yourself to them, or you're the target of cyberbullying, this can contribute to hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism. Hyperthyroidism is difficulty sleeping, irregular heartbeats, anxiety, thinning hair, and weight loss, while hypothyroidism is weight gain, slower metabolism, fatigue, irregular periods, anxiety, difficulty concentrating, short-term memory loss, and depression. Social media has an addictive nature that can play into decreased sleep and productivity. If you feed your mind negative material, you will in turn cause yourself to be negative. Positive and negative media affects different age groups differently as well. For example, according to a study published by Stacy Jo Dixon on March 18, 2024, Stacy noted that in February 2023, 1/3 of adult internet users in the United States said that social media had either a somewhat negative or very negative effect on their mental health. Generation X, those born between 1965 and 1980, were the most likely generation to state that their mental health had been negatively affected by online platforms. This could be because of the lack of use and understanding of social media and the fact that they were not exposed to and connected to the amount of things that we are today. An example would be seeing videos of people murdering one another on the internet that this age group did not see due to not having social media. The younger generations have been exposed to these types of things, and they have developed a sense of numbness from the repeated exposure. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Services, in their book Social Media and Youth Mental Health, the U.S. Surgeon General's Advisory, found on the internet, social media can provide benefits for some youth between the ages of 10 and 19 by providing positive community and connection with others who share identities, abilities, and interests. This is because the adolescent brain is growing and developing, which can be a very confusing time for these impressionable kids. Knowing that there are other people out there feeling the same way or going through the same things makes them feel like they are a part of something and not alone. If we take into consideration the different age groups and how it may affect the mental health, we can use judgment on things to filter in and out of social media to promote a positive mental state. In conclusion, we must recognize that the same things that can contribute to a positive mental state may also contribute to a negative one and are also based off of different age groups. While we may be more connected and supported using social media platforms, we must acknowledge that we also can be victims of cyberbullying and negative interactions that contribute to things such as hypothyroidism and hypothyroidism. Therefore, we must filter what we expose ourselves to create better mental health.